Get it big, get it here. Listen to all your live mixes, live radio programs, and live entertaining and news package programs right here from GTR, Ghana Talks Radio. This is Ghana Talks Radio, the best station rocking the nation. GTR News. GTR News. We bring you local news, business news, international, sports, and entertainment news. Right here on GTR. GTR.
Good afternoon. It's time for the afternoon news right here on Ghana Talk Show. And I go by the name Regina Bless. So to our headlines, Deputy Regional Police Commander removed, 2 others interdicted. Over 22 million seedlings were distributed, Forestry Ministry says. This and more stories coming up. The Ghana Police Service has removed its Deputy Ashanti Regional Commander DCOP Kwesi Akumia Apreku from his position following the disturbances recorded at the Islamic Senior High School in the region on Monday, June 13, 2022. The DCOP Apreku has also been interdicted together with 2 other senior officers. The announcement was made in a statement issued by the Ghana Police Service. It was further established that even though nobody was hit by a bullet, the police handling of the incident was poor and fell short of a standard operating procedure on crowd control. Some students of the Islamic Senior High School Aprepo Kumasi took to the street on Monday and blocked sections of the road to demonstrate against frequent motor traffic accidents in front of their school. In a bid to help open the road to normal traffic flow, police responded by firing warning shots and opening tear gas and pepper spray on the students. The students pelted the police with stones, and the police used pepper spray and fired warning shots in an attempt to disperse them, police said in a statement. Some students were injured following the disturbances and were rushed to the hospital for treatment. According to the police service, although nobody died during the disturbances, the way its officers handled the situation was poor and fell short of our standard operating procedure on crowd control.
GTR News. GTR News.
So to our next local story, over 22 million seedlings were distributed. Forestry Commission. The Forestry Commission says it distributed over 22 million seedlings for the 2022 Green Ghana project. The number exceeds its target of 20 million seedlings. Government set out to mobilize Ghanaians to plant 20 million trees in a bid to recover lost green spaces, including forest areas across the country. But the high uptake of the program led to more seedlings being distributed for planting. The Chief Executive Officer of the Forestry Commission, John Aloche, said a major contributory factor to the increase in the number of distributed seedlings is the extensive engagement of the Department of Parks and Gardens. We distributed over 22 million seedlings across the country. They are still being entered from the district. One of the things that we have done this year is to engage extensively with parks and gardens. They have taken over the medians and other places in the city where we don't have Forestry Commission staff. More entries will be done. We have to monitor distribution to know what has been planted. We have raised over 25 million seedlings, and some institutions have raised seedlings themselves, he added. So moving to our next local story. FDA's findings were coming, but we will request for independent probe, Marwako says. Management of Morocco Fast Food Limited says its extent to request for an independent investigation into the cases of suspected food poisoning brought against its East Legon branch in Accra. It follows preliminary investigations by the Food and Drugs Authority showing that samples of food and some juice drinks from various branches of the issue were contaminated. The FDA also lamented how efforts to establish the prime cause of contamination were hampered by the unapproved and unilateral decision of Marwako fast food items in the course of the investigation. But Morocco Fast Food Limited insists that allegations that it's tampered with the ongoing investigation are questionable. FDA indicated that the process to establish the root cause of the contamination has unfortunately been hampered by our management. This is where we have our bone to pick with the FDA, says Ayine Lamte, Public Relations Officer of Morocco Fast Food Limited. He added that although they welcome the report, it has the tendency to affect their brand and will conduct its own independent inquiry into the incident. There are some refrigerated ingredients that you may have to throw away after a day depending on the situation. Yet, they indicated that the process was hampered. All said and done, Marwako will have to welcome what they have done, although there are problems that can really affect our brand and marketability. But with this decision that they took, we will request for an independent investigation for what happened. Next to our local story, group calls for ban on shisha in Ghana. Vision for Alternative Development has called for a ban on shisha in Ghana. This is after it said it cited a video in which some students from the Sunyani Senior High School were seen smoking shisha. In a statement, the group said it was time to take giant steps which go beyond education and sensitization. We therefore call on the Ministry of Health and the FDA to, as a matter of urgency, begin the process of outlawing the products in Ghana. Many countries, including Rwanda, Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania, Cameroon, etc., have taken bold steps in banning shisha in their countries because of the public health threat it will have on their children and their youth. The group also called for improved education on the effect of tobacco in education institutions. Also, there must be a deliberate plan to roll out education in our schools, especially the second cycle and tertiary institutions, on the negative effect of tobacco use on their health, it added. So we're going on a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with the business and political news. Stay tuned. Welcome to Ghana Talk Radio. Join our Hima Chumude and DJ Cham on this week's segment Some last week, the discussion on board was arguing a natural part of every relationship, and it was interactive. You are supposed to give the lady that attention, then you just put your phone on flight.
Why should I put my phone on?
So if join us this Thursday as we talk over, is it the duty of the boyfriend to take care of the girlfriend? Live on Ghana Talks Radio. Join us live on Facebook and listen via our website www.ghanatalksradio.com or our app, or you can call our studio line 020-254-4614. Ghana Talks Radio, giving the youth a voice.
GTR News. GTR News.
Welcome back from the break. If you just joined our live on Ghana Talks Radio, and this is the afternoon. So moving to some business stories. We have deployed more efficient premix fuel management system, Hawa Koomson says. Fisheries and Aquaculture Minister Mavis Hawa Koomson says her outfit has developed and deployed a new software that promotes the efficient management of premix fuel in the country. She said the move is part of effort to tackle smuggling of the fuel product. While speaking in Parliament, she said the new system allows her office to track the movement of premix fuel across the country. Hawa Koomson says the software, which is currently being implemented, gives details of the product and its distribution point. Now we come in with more efficient on technology. When I am even in the office, I can see the track that is loading and the quantity that it will be in the tank. And whenever a fisherman draws premix fuel from the dispenser, I will know, she added. So premix fuel smuggling is still a major issue in Ghana, following a shortage of the product in Jamestown earlier this year. The National Premix Fuel Secretariat vowed to deal with persons who engage in the hoarding of premix fuel. Moving to our next business story, Ghana Library Authority commissions 10 youth engagement centers. Ghana Library Authority, as part of its quest to connect young Ghanaians to relevant knowledge resources that improve their well-being, has outdoored 10 youth engagement centers across 8 regions. At a short ceremony in Accra, the executive directors of GHRA, Mr. Hayford Siao, in explaining the rationale behind the concept of YECS, said it was an initiative to support at least 10,000 young Ghanaians from 14 to 24 years with digital, entrepreneurial, and advocacy skills at specially redesigned sections of public libraries in the country. He revealed that the YOG project, which would provide access to online courses, organize peer-to-peer learning sessions, schedule engagements with industry leaders, and mid-career professionals for career guidance and mentorship support, is a timely response to the youth unemployment challenge in Ghana. ECG disconnects Glow from power grid over 4.6 million Ghana cedi debt. The National Revenue Recovery Tax Force of the Electricity Company of Ghana has cut power to Glow Telecommunication over 4.6 million Ghana cedi debt. The disconnection was done last Thursday, June 9, 2022, leaving the company without power from the national grid for 4 days now. Globacom Limited Ghana, providers of Glow Network in Ghana, are part of a list of heavily indebted institutions targeted by the power distribution company. Glow currently holds the lowest market share in the telecommunication space in Ghana after MTN, Vodafone, and Airtel Tigo. ECG in the past few months disconnected power to some state and private institutions for non-payment and power theft. This, according to the ECG, will continue until all monies are retrieved. In another development, ECG has announced its intention to audit electricity meters in the country. ECG said the exercise will begin on July 7, 2022, and thus urged persons having issues with their meters to have them checked before the exercise commences. The meter auditing is expected to sanitize the system and get rid of illegal and malfunctioning meters in the country. This is part of processes adopted by the power company to cap system losses. So we're moving to some political stories. Some assembly members kick against moves to impeach DCE. A group of concerned assembly members in the Bosome-Freho district of the Ashanti region is contesting a move by some members of the assembly to pass a vote of no confidence in their district chief executive Yao Danso. The group said accusations leveled against Yao Danso by their colleagues are untrue. The assembly members who have begun the vote of no confidence processes against the DCE have accused him of causing divisions within them and inciting community members against them. Samuel Champon, one of the opposing assembly members who represent the Adiato electoral area, said the move by his colleagues would create confusion in the area. The motorbikes were commissioned immediately after the election of the presiding member. This was sponsored by the presiding member, and I have even gone for mine. There is an official communique to all assembly members calling them to come for their motorbikes. We want the party in Bosome-Freho to be united. So we all signal all political parties in the assembly to take themselves out of the issues in the constituency.
GTR News. GTR News.
So moving to some political stories. Next, NDC government will prosecute those responsible for abandoned Komenda Sugar Factory, Ayine. So members of the Minority Caucus on Parliament's Trade, Industry and Tourism Committee says persons whose actions lead to the non-operationalization of the Komenda Sugar Factory will be prosecuted if the opposition National Democratic Congress wins the next elections. They also blame the governing New Patriotic Party for undervaluing the price of the factory, which has pegged at $50 million to $12 million, hence causing financial loss to the state. They said the NPP government under President Akufo-Addo is playing politics with the issues relating to the factory and propagating factually inaccurate narratives to score cheap political points. This came to light after ranking member of Parliament Trade, Industry and Tourism Committee, Emmanuel Amakofibua, led a delegation to the factory to get first-hand information on the state of the factory. The leadership indicated its resolve to ensure that the factory is operationalized while prosecuting persons who had a hand in the collapse of the factory. So moving to some entertainment story. Prince Andrew attends private lunch with Queen after prestigious Garter Day snub. Queen Elizabeth's second son, Prince Andrew, did not appear at the prestigious Garter Day procession in Windsor on Monday but attended a private lunch and ceremony investing new members of the Order of the Garter, according to the Buckingham Palace. Prince Andrew, 62, did not attend some part of a royal ceremony later on Monday after a family decision was taken, effectively keeping the Queen's son out of the public eye after he was stripped of his royal titles earlier this year. Instead, the Duke of York attended a private lunch and ceremony investing new members of the Order of the Garter. Queen, 96, also did not take part in Monday's procession because of mobility issues, did not attend the lunch and investor ceremony. So to our next entertainment story, Queen Elizabeth honors Camilla yet again. Future King Prince Charles' wife, Duchess Camilla, has been honored by Queen Elizabeth again. Camilla was installed as Royal Lady of the Order of the Garter on Monday. The appointment is made by Queen Elizabeth. The Order of the Garter is the oldest honor in Britain, established nearly 700 years ago. So according to the Buckingham Palace, the Garter Day procession took place in the grounds of Windsor Castle for the first time in 3 years. A key element of Garter Day is the investing of new companions with the order's insignia. This is done by the Queen, the sovereign of the Garter, in the throne room. Today, the Duchess of Cornwall became a Royal Lady of the Order of the Garter. The statement added, Garter Day usually takes place each June and is attended by the Knights of the Order of the Garter, the oldest British order of chivalry. So this is where we end the afternoon news right here on Ghana Talks Radio. Stay tuned for the lunchtime reading right here on Ghana Talks Radio.
We bring you local news, business news, international, sports, and entertainment news right here on GTR.